Good evening, morning, whatever. Yes, hello, welcome back to the channel. Now, you may want to get yourself a drink. This video is not sponsored by Hobgoblin. Could you imagine if it was? Oh, they'd be so much more fun. Anywho, so, here's to the Sunday. That's a good one, eh? And here's to my new job, which I mentioned. It's taken some adjustment, let me tell you. I'm out of the house by 8:15, which I know is normal for a lot of people. It's not normal for me. And then I'm back home at bloody evening tea time, which again is not normal for me. Now, I used to come home from work at bloody hell, there's a big bug on my wall over there. Beautiful. Stay there. I used to come home at 9:30, 10 o'clock. Most nights, 5 nights a week. And I'd come in, wife would be nodding off, and I'd be like, oh, bloody hell, you can't even stay awake for me, you know what I mean? Now I know why. Because when you come home at a normal time and you have some tea and you put the boys to bed and whatever, by the time you sit down now, which for me is Sunday night at 8:10, I'm knackered. I'm half asleep already. As I probably look half asleep. I've put the hat on just to hide the light over my eyes. But anyway, this is, as you've guessed by the title, the results to the I want your photos, or pictures, whichever I put, I want your photos, I think. So, I had a good response again. Thanks to all those that joined in. I can't show everybody's pictures. I didn't edit. Well, in fact, I did edit most of the pictures, in all fairness, yes. So those who I didn't put in the video, or don't put in the video, I will send you the edits I've done, personally. But like I said, I was going to pick my top 5. I was going to keep one as my favourite, which I will do a little live screen record. Hence, you'll probably want to get a drink. So yeah, maybe pause it, go get a drink, because these take a while. But I'm just going to do, again, a quick one just to go through the basics on how I edit on mobile Lightroom. So without further ado, we will go straight in with the first picture that I got sent, which was this. I should probably move to the left slightly, shouldn't I? Hey, if I sit over here, it doesn't cock the screen up, does it? So yes, that is the first picture I got sent, with a few smiling faces, and have fun with this one, Chris. So thank you, Darren Evans. You know who you are, and now everyone else does. You sent me a wasp, which is no, actually it's probably a hoverfly, Jasper, whatever they're called. But anyway, it was a pretty cool shot. So I worked my magic in the best way I know how, and I came up with this. Which, the detail, I believe he uses a Sony, I think A7. Drop it in the comments what you use, please, Darren, because it's a good camera. Although you've probably killed the sensor on it, the amount of photos you take, and Sony are not renowned for having the most longest lifespan. But anyway, it's cool. I'll zoom in a little bit. Yeah, look, we've got some dust on his eye, which I could remove in post, but I thought no, it's on there, that's the shot. So I haven't actually done a great deal. Touch of clarity, obviously made it black and white, cropped it and flipped it slightly so it wasn't sticking on a wall. So that was the first one. Thank you, Darren. Second one that came through was this spire thing. I think it's called a spire. It was from, let me get my notes, it was from a Charles Palmer. Now this apparently is a pyramid, that's the one, in Milton Keynes, that lines up with a sunrise, I think he said. I'm sure it's sunrise. Now, he sent me both. He sent me what he's done as an edit and the raw. This is the raw. Now, I think, I've just realised I've got Ben Finch's face in half of the screenshots there, possibly. No, I haven't. Ignore that, because it's not screen record yet. I'll do that bit in a bit. Anyway, if you don't follow Ben Finch, go check him out. Ben Finch Photography, I think. He's cool. I like him. Good young lad. Wants to do a little collab, as they say, apparently over Zoom. God knows how you do that. Bloody hell, I can just about edit, let alone do anything else. Anyway, this is the pyramid that we're looking at, and it's cool. I like it. I'd like to go and see this. So I took to an edit, and I done 2 edits. Same edit, 2 compositions, 2 crops, whatever you want to call it. I done a portrait. And I done it landscape. Now for this, clearly I just upped vibrance. There was a few dust spots. I'm not sure if it is a long exposure shot or not. I don't think it's a long exposure, but there's a few little dust spots and stuff like that which you get. believe me, when I do long exposure, I spend about 20 minutes removing dust spots. It's a pain in the rear end, but I have about 50 filters on the end just to get the right settings, so that's how it is. But yeah, so I just sort of brightened the foreground slightly, just made the colours really pop and make it quite dramatic. The trees are highlighted up real nice with the sun coming through them, so it was a good shot, so thank you, Charles Palmer. Next one is from, where are we on the list? Andrew Hamilton. He sent this picture, which is a good shot. Full stop. I could just go to the next one. I got this, and I was like, bloody hell, what do I do with this one? Because this is nice already. I don't see it needs a great deal, but I'll put it through the cheap mobile and see what we come up with. And we came up with this. So again, just really brightened up the foreground, so you can see some of the beach. Looks like there's some nice tyre tracks going in. Obviously someone's took a boat in there, or just crashed. Maybe there's a car stuck in there somewhere, who knows. Didn't need a lot. So again, if we just go back to the dark one, that's the original, which is cracking. And then this is the one I done. So I just made the purples pop a bit more, just upped a lot of stuff, sort of clarity, vibrance, brought the gradient filter in, so I could then lighten up the beach a bit more. Sorry, my terminology's crap. That bit I still need to learn. I know how to take a photo. As far as what half of it's called, no idea. I'll just slide my finger around till it looks alright. Anyway, so that one was from Andrew Hamilton there. Next one is this seagull. Now this one was sent to me by Mummy Sadler. Yes, my mummy. She sent me this. And I think if I hadn't have questioned her, said, that's a really good shot, Mum. How the hell did you see that after 4 bottles of wine and without your glasses on? Is beyond me. I think she was going to let me believe she took it. Turns out, Ryan, my brother, who lives in Kent, he took the photo and sent it to my mum. She sent it to me for my video. Cheeky. If I hadn't caught you out, Mum, I'd have Ryan on the blower giving it all that. It's my photo, it's not Mum's. So, dodged a bullet there. Eh? I didn't get any ear bashing from Ryan. You didn't get any ear bashing from Ryan. And anyone who wants to see what Ryan's ear bashings are like, go and follow Bad at Games 13 if you like computer games, or if you just want to see what my brother looks like. Yeah, it looks like me. Anyway, it's not the twin that I've had in previous videos, though. That's a whole different brother. So, again, this one, it did not need a lot. I just made it black and white, up the clarity, and just made it pop slightly. The eye's really cool. Yeah, it was a good shot. So, enough droning on. That is my 4 favourites. I'm now going to get to the screen record edit. So I'm going to have a sip of drink. I'm going to pause the video for a second while I set my bits and pieces up, and we will get the screen record on. Hang on. Well, just done about 10 minutes of my edit. Realised I hadn't pressed record. Told ya. If they sponsored my videos, whoa, be lucky if I ever done a video again. Anyway, excuse me. So we are going to attempt to get through a live screen recording of me doing an edit without any text popping up, because then I've probably got to screw that off and do it again, and without any trains going past. The trains won't cock up the edit. Something else popping up, you know, nudes from the wife, stuff like that. Whoa, we have to stop the edit right there. So, without further ado, I will, once I can figure this bloody thing out, hold tight. We are screen recording in 3, 2, 1. There it is. I have a bloody advert on. Jesus goddamn, you go away. Right, here is the picture. This was sent from a Rauri Barron or Rauri Barron, not sure. R-A-U-R-I. Cracking shot. I think straight away it's a good shot. I think your camera must have been at risk. Not sure how you got it off because it's long exposure. I'm pretty obvious about that. I reckon that was probably a 25-second shot, maybe. You can drop it in the comments and tell me, because it might have been a 5-minute shot for all I know, but it's not smooth enough to be 5 minutes. So I'm calling a 20-30 second shot on some rough waters, but who knows? Sunrise, sunset, not sure. Don't even know where it is. So if you can drop some information about it, that'd be cracking, because it's a good shot. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to do an edit. I'm going to remove the information off the side there and get rid of that. I'm going to attempt to do an edit. Alright? So now you know why you need a drink, because this bit might go on. I could say now, in fact I'll write now, what time the edit's going to be on, so you can just skip all the bloody nonsense if you want. Some people like this bit, it's why I do it, so you can see how to edit, how I edit. This is not, as I must state, disclaimer, okay? This is not to make your picture, or anybody's picture, better, worse, nothing. It is purely for a bit of entertainment on these cold, miserable nights, for me to have some fun. Simple as that. So I'm going to slide over here slightly so we can make sure that this screen is the right size, and we are going to do an edit. First thing I do is push auto, always is. That didn't do much. See, told you it's a good shot. Didn't even need an auto. So we are going to, I've got a few notes actually, because I have actually done an edit on this once already. So I've got a few notes to remind me of what I've done, just so I can try and get to what I got to last time, because it looked bloody good. So let's have a look what we can do. We go into the, I don't remember what all the buttons are called now. Hang on a second. We are going to go into the effects first, and we're going to dehaze it. I think that's dehazing it down, but you slide the slider up. That always confuses me. So are you upping you upping the dehaze? I suppose you are. You're taking out the haze, yes, but who knows? So clarity, I'm going to drop that in or up. You can see on the slider what I'm doing, so you'll get the gist of it. I'm going to do the texture, so you see the difference on the rocks. That's where the texture really stands out on the rocks. So we're going to up that. I might go back and change some of these. I'll just knock the sharpening up quite a lot, because I like it looking nice and sharp. Make sure it's not noisy. Well, look, see, there's them dust spots. See, couldn't see them, could you? Couldn't see them until you up the clarity. So then you've got to go along with a little removal tool. Get rid of them all. Make it a little bit bigger. Whoop. There's some more here. I get, honestly, like I said, because I use a fair few filters, I get loads of these dust spots. I obviously just need to get a better filter set. But there we go. I think that will do on the dust removal at the moment. So we've done that bit. We're going to go into. I'm going to just. No, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to knock the contrast in. I think this edit's going to come out different to what I actually done before. Colour, I'm going to knock this into a bit of purple. So we're going to get a bit of purple and blue, so we can kind of get this icy feel, because I feel this looks cold. You know, I mean, almost a bit Arctic. You can imagine the winds blowing these waves and stuff like that. You've got a wave proper popping up at the back there. I don't think this exposure was as long as I first thought, actually. Be interesting to see. So please, Rauri, maybe tell me how to say your name as well. But anyway, so we've done that bit. What else have I got on here? Colour tweaks. Oh yes, here we go. So we're going to bring a slider in. I don't mean a small burger. I mean one of these graduate slider things. I'm just going to up the exposure to get the down by the camera bright. To really pop out these like speed lines as they are. But they look cool, man. It just, here we go, I'll go back to what it looked like first. So that's what we started with. I'm not saying I finished, I'm just saying that's what we started with. With Lightroom, on all systems, on mobile and PC and whatnot, there are options to hold it and then let go. Now, I do believe, it's meant to be on here as well, but I don't know how to do it. You can split the screen so you can see before and after while you're working. Apparently, something like that. But I don't know how that works. So I'm not going to do that one. Now, to me, I wonder if the horizon is not straight. So if we do this, we get the little lines come up. It's hard to tell. I reckon there's a bit of distortion on the lens. That must have been a pretty big wide angle. So we've got a tiny bit of crop up on the left there that I think I might end up removing. Let's see. It's hard to tell though. There's not much in it. I'll go and do the distortion first, because that horizon looks like it's bowing over, like on the curve of the earth, so to speak, and that will be a wide angle. So if I go into geometry, I can go into distortion, and I can whoop, not that way. See what I mean? So you can go boom, curve of the earth. Look at that, GoPro. I can bring that down the other way. +2. We've got +6. That looks a bit straight, and then we need to click constrain the crop, because if not you end up with white borders wherever you've cropped it out. That looks a bit straighter. If we go back into crop, and I can pull the grid up once you move it, there you go, and I can try and line that up with the line there. See, it's that wave on the left that's thrown out of the horizon slightly. We're about there, but yeah, just bugger. It's annoying when it does that. Just you take your finger off, it moves. You can use a stylus pen for this sort of stuff, but I mean, actually, there is a way. If you go back into geometry, there is what is it, geometry? Where it does it for you. Let's see what it does. And there you go. Tiny bit. Keep the crop. So we were damn near straight, but I just think that distortion just needed just knocking out a little bit so it was a straighter line. Yeah, ever so slightly. Now that is, to me, a good edit. I'm happy with what I've done there. I'm just going to show you a couple more things just to chuck in something for a quick bit of fun. This won't last much longer. So we go into the little radial filter. Okay, pop a little one down here, zoom in a bit, and we are going to put, where do we reckon the sun is on this picture? I reckon it's behind this cloud here somewhere, so we're going to pop it there for now. When my phone catches up. Ooh. A bit of haze out there. They're not, I haven't finished. I'm not just going to go and stick a big yellow dot in the sky there. We will change the colour of that slightly so we can match the sky a little bit. He says it's not changing colour. I'll up that one a little bit more. Ooh. About there. And then it's just you slide around with a haze basically. Like that. And then we're going to, I don't know, you reckon that sun's further to the left? It's a tricky one, that is, to work out where it was. Let's pop it up over the back here. So it looks like, yeah, we'll go with that. And then I'm just going to pop in a good old lens flare. Can't go wrong with a lens flare. Well, I'll probably go wrong with it. We'll find out in a minute. Whoa! If I put the centre of it over the sun as well, do you reckon? Something like that, look. Just pop a little flare in the corner, why not? Artistic flair, as they say. So, that's what I've ended up with. Like I say, I've had some cracking shots sent me straight off the bat, so editing was actually quite tricky, because it was like, do I need to do much? But no, me personally, I like the icy feel that we've now created with this one. Like I say, you can go back in and there's loads you can do. If you don't use Lightroom, there's loads you can, pop the vignette in, take it the other way so it's all bright and horrible. I don't ever go for a white border. I don't really know why you'd want a white vignette, but I'm sure there's a scenario where it needs it. But the rocks, they look good, they look sharp, they don't need anything. Those dust spots, you can't see them, enough to worry about. So yeah, I'm happy with how this picture's come out. I don't think we need to worry about upping the colour much on here. No. Some saturation out of it. Probably look quite good in black and white actually. Oh, we've mixed the game up now, look. I've removed the sun though if it's black and white, that looks crap. Let's get rid of the sun. Looked crap anyway, didn't it? But, got to experiment. That's the thing, right? With the edits, let's get that away. With the edits, excuse me, it's artistic license. It's just do what you like. Have a bit of fun, and you can slide away, go up and go down, and this and that, and dark and bright, and everyone has their own take on how they like to edit something. So they were my interpretations of how I would like to edit those pictures. They're not to everyone's taste at all, but it gives you a rough idea on how you edit on mobile Lightroom, which is also not a sponsor of this video. The bug's gone. Bloody hell, where's that gone? It's probably chewing me up at the moment somewhere. I'm going to go to bed and have a bloody spot on the side of my head or something. But thank you for watching. Sorry I've droned on. Hope you've learned something. Thanks everybody for the pictures. Those that didn't get through, there's nothing wrong with your photos. I just pick the ones I choose to edit and the ones that I like more. I will run the series again, no doubt, so Don't be put down by them. Send them in. I've done videos like this with other people before. I've sent work in. Sometimes it's shown, sometimes it's not. And it's a buzz when it's shown. You're like, oh, cool. You know, like they showed my picture. Sometimes they don't. It's all part of it. And it's just for fun. It's for a bit of exposure for those that might get a mention if they want it. So, I mean, go check these people out. Andrew Hamilton, I know he's on YouTube. Rauri Barron is on YouTube. Darren is not on YouTube, but he is on Instagram. And my mum. Don't go check out my mum. That would just be plain weird. Although actually it's Ryan's photo, so go check out Bad at Games 13. And until the next video, which hopefully will be a vlog out and about, no doubt in some grey, miserable English weather. Until the next video, peace out. Go to bed. Laters.